It is going to be a monstrous month for XDC in my opinion, and in this video I am going to be outlining all of the big news that we should be focused on, but also updating you guys on what we saw in just the last couple months around XDC. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Let's dive on in real quick to this post here from XDC Pools. We have XDC. The XDC network is part of the TFDI to close the trade finance gap for SMEs. Thanks to this initiative, XDC is linked with Accelerators and Trade Tech, but look at the list of members and potential partnerships. Here we have all of those asset managers. I mean, these are very large players. It's actually pretty crazy. You know, everyone's always trying to push like the Ripple partnership list. But, you know, when we look at some of these organizations that XDC is a part of, like the TFDI or like the DNI initiative, like these are massive, massive banks. Asset managers, insurers, non-bank originators. I mean, it's pretty wild to say the least. And XDC is also at all of these big events. Like, for example, this is the new Investor Day. This is the Trade Finance Investor Day 2024. We have the Trade Finance Investor Day 2024 scheduled for November 11th through the 12th, which, by the way, mark your calendars because this is going to be a very big event. It is actually designed to bring together key players in the trade finance industry, including investors, financial institutions, asset sellers, and service providers with focuses on closing the trade finance gap, particularly for small to medium-sized enterprises. And when we look at the names here, right, we can see the ITFA, the ICISA, Trade Finance Global, GTR, which is Global Trade Review. We have Lloyd's Bank there, Trade Tech, some very large players, obviously, with XDC. Now, the TFDI, yeah, everyone should pay attention to the TFDI because the names that are tied to it, as you guys do see on this list, are not your typical names that you see around this space. I mean, up until recently, I should say, because now we have BlackRock here, we have Fidelity here, we have all these big banks. It kind of feels, it feels like crazy. It really does, because, you know, we go back just a couple years ago and everyone was just like speculating on these names being here, especially even around XRP and Ripple, because there's been so many lists put out, like 2019, 2018, there was a lot of discussions around it. But nobody was really taking it, you know, extremely serious up until, you know, 2020 to 2021. But now that we actually see these lists around XDC, it's just shocking to me that there's not as many people talking about XDC as there is around like XRP or XLM or all of these other great, you know, projects. But building upon this, I do think that that's about to change. And the reason why is because of XDC 2.0. I've been talking about this heavily recently. And they actually put out a great roadmap around the upgrades. We have, let's explore some of the key features in XDC 2.0 that will expand the network's capabilities and strengthen its ecosystem. While there are several updates, here are a few worth highlighting. Now, here are the actual upgrades. We have XDC 2.0 Consensus Upgrade, which is going to be happening next month, this month actually. Subnet Manager UI, Subnet Generator, USDC Bridge, optimizing network fees, node optimization and network enhancements, and then, of course, account abstraction by EtherSpot. Now, they break down some of the bridges, like, for example, the USDC Bridge. Bridging USDC to XDC network will significantly expand liquidity and unlock new opportunities in DeFi, tokenized assets, and more. I don't think that I need to tell you guys that, yes, stablecoins are such a big deal now with Ripple pushing their stablecoin. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if XDC started to push a USD stablecoin. I would not be surprised at that at all. So I do think that we should probably start speculating a little bit on that. But, you know, we also have USDT Bridge with Tether. Again, everyone has their own ideas when it comes to Tether, but this will further increase liquidity across the network. Although it's still in its early stages, the release of the USDT bridge will open a wide range of opportunities across the ecosystem. Optimizing network fees as well. XDC's low gas fees have always been an advantage, but the upgrade will bring a modest increase to ensure security and performance. Even after this change, XDC will remain one of the most affordable networks to build on. These are just a few of the features included in XDC 2.0, and there's much more to explore. Now, talking about that, yes, there is actually a lot more. Number one, the big thing to focus on, if you are holding XDC, is XDC Zero. What is XDC Zero? It is the key to unlocking cross-chain communication across subnets, with features like an Oracle, endpoint, relayer, and an intuitive front-end UI. It ensures secure and seamless data transmission between chains. If we actually look at this, right, this technology will enable subnets and the XDC network to achieve a new level of interoperability by providing cross-chain data transmission and validation. Its 4 primary features include an Oracle, endpoint, relayer, and front-end UI manager. This ensures the integrity of data between the source and target blockchains, provides cross-chain communication through dispatching and receiving data packets that undergo a validation process to certify authenticity. Relayers will be used to extract payload data from the source chain's endpoint and deliver it. The front-end user interface will make the user experience of managing endpoints for participating blockchains much easier. Users can view entities already onboarded with their current endpoint and onboard new chain entities, allowing an easier cross-chain management experience within the XDC network and subnet ecosystem. This is going to be an absolute game changer. And just to kind of build upon this, I have to give a big shout out to Crypto Cappy or Mr_Blockchain22 for this, because he actually broke all of this down for us. Now, I'm not going to break down everything that I just read up here, but just the big thing to really kind of think about here, and I think that this is perfectly explained. We have XDC Zero is an advanced system designed to make different blockchains communicate with each other seamlessly. Think of it as a great translator and a very efficient post office for blockchains, helping them share information without any errors or friction. Now, they do talk about the Oracle being a verifier, essentially ensuring that all the data from one blockchain is safely and correctly transmitted to another. The relayer is a delivery service, basically. Endpoint, the central hub for cross-chain communication. Front end, this is the user interface where people or organizations can manage the different blockchains. Now, let's actually look at the real use cases. He actually has a great example here around global supply chain and trade finance. Imagine a company that imports goods from various countries using multiple suppliers. Each supplier operates on a different blockchain, one based on Ethereum, another on Binance Smart Chain, and yet another one on XDC. Here's how XDC Zero can help. Here's the problem. The company needs to track shipments and payments across different blockchain systems, but these blockchains don't naturally talk to each other. This creates delays and difficulties in verifying payments, tracking goods, and ensuring that everything is on schedule. The company also risks losing data or dealing with conflicting information from different blockchain systems. The solution is XDC Zero. The Oracle ensures that the shipment and payment information from each blockchain is transmitted correctly, preventing any data loss or tampering. The relayer takes shipment data from one supplier's blockchain and transfers it to the other company's preferred blockchain, making sure the transaction information is complete. The endpoint verifies that the transactions like payments or shipment receipts are legitimate and ensures that the data flows smoothly between different chains. Through the front end, the company can monitor all of the suppliers on a single interface, viewing the current status of shipments, payments, and contracts, and easily adding new suppliers and their blockchains into the system as needed. So what are the benefits? Efficient cross-chain communication, no need to rely on centralized parties or custom-built solutions to communicate across blockchains. Improved transparency, the entire process is more transparent because transaction data is validated and shared seamlessly between blockchains. Faster processes, payments, shipments, contracts, all of that is processed faster because the system ensures all blockchains are in sync. And of course, security. The system validates all transactions, ensuring security and preventing fraud or unauthorized changes. So when we think about what's going to be happening here, right? This not only greatly impacts XDC in a very positive way, but it also makes it even more efficient for trade finance use cases, which I find very, very bullish. Because for the longest time, we've been focusing on trade finance. I mean, I just talked to you guys about the initial TFDI initiative, which is around trade finance, closing that gap for SMEs. This upgrade allows these SMEs to access an even more efficient network around trade finance. So if you were bullish on XDC already, I think that just increased by like 10 times. Because now XDC, there is no doubt that it is the best and most efficient network in this space, essentially, for trade finance. From this point on, I do believe that XDC is going to level up in such a large way. I do also expect XDC to increase in value as well, because I think that this is going to be very bullish for the entire ecosystem. especially considering the fact that with 2.0, we are now getting a focus on DeFi, tokenized assets, and even more, because now we have two of the largest stablecoins in this space that are very liquid that are going to unlock new opportunities for XDC. Now, also, talking more so about that, we have a lot of accelerators happening for XDC. Back in the middle of August, Plug and Play launched their new accelerator focusing on RWA tokenization on the XDC network, which I talked about, right? This is a big one. Now, they do have an event coming up in November as well, which is the application window closes for November 15th. March 18th is when the program starts. And then June of 2025 is the graduation at SV Summit. By that time, I hate to break it to everyone, but I do believe that the market will probably be topped at that point. But this is good. This is good for the longevity of XDC. So I do think that this is a great accelerator program, especially for enterprise RWA use cases, but also T-Hub. So we have introducing the XDC Network Finternet Accelerator Program, empowering Web3 startups for a brighter future. This is going to be very exciting as well. And I love the use of Finternet because it does build upon what the BIS pushed back in April. Finternet, the financial system for the future. But if we look at this accelerator program, this is going to be very, very bullish because we have the XDC Network Finternet Accelerator Program is designed to support and nurture Web3 startups leveraging the combined strengths of T-Hub and the XDC network. This initiative aims to empower MVP-ready startups in the Indian subcontinent by providing them with the necessary resources, mentorship, and infrastructure to accelerate their growth. India is obviously one of the largest markets out there for blockchain. So I love to see this, and startups will now gain access to a vibrant ecosystem that encourages innovation, collaboration, and advancement in the rapidly evolving Web3 and blockchain industry. And we also have why choose XDC, but what I'm really kind of focused on is the focus areas. So Web3 infrastructure is going to be the first one, AI, DeFi payments, Web3 gaming, DePIN, payment gateways, and infrastructure for seamless and scalable blockchain transactions, open to startups working in crypto payments, and of course, security protocols. I love to see AI being focused on here with DeFi as well as gaming. These are three of the largest narratives in the space outside of course, RWAs, but DePIN as well. Don't ignore DePIN. Decentralized physical infrastructure networks are becoming a big narrative, so definitely focus on that. We also have the program benefits down here. We also have the application criteria and the terms and conditions and the program schedule. So the outreach activity is in October to December. Screening and final selection around December to January. Cohort launch January 31st. Technical training February to July. And then token deployment is in August. So again, right around the same exact time as the other accelerator program, but I'm actually very excited about this. I think that this is definitely going to be great for the network. I think that this is going to expand the overall ecosystem. I think that's going to bring in a lot of great startups. I'm very excited about this combined with the plug and play one. I told you guys about plug and play, massive name in this space. So I do think that XDC, I'm telling you, if you are ignoring XDC at this point, I feel bad for you. I think that XDC is going to be one of the biggest players in this space, especially over the next couple weeks. I think everything happening around XDC in the month of October alone into even November is just very, very bullish for the entire network, for the ecosystem, for the community. And I don't doubt that XDC is going to be, blowing up over the next couple weeks. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.